What's good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this one I want to give you guys a quick update on the markets. Let me first mention that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button. It not only benefits me, but benefits the entire community as a whole. So anyways, we had the PC data come out aligned with expectations. The market bounced a bit. I was actually thinking the market would try to break out, but instead it ended up being a false breakout, and the market ended up failing. The Chicago PMI came out well below expectations. They used this as a reason to just dump the market again, and the market is still showing weakness, unfortunately. We didn't really get the bounce that I was hoping for. We did attempt to do it. We were trying to break out of this wedge right here, so there was an attempt to break out. We were looking kind of strong as we hit 525, but we ended up getting a big rejection, and we failed to get that break nonetheless. So what's happening to SPY now? There's going to be a big change of plans. We have 520 as key support. We failed to really get a big breakout. We had a fake breakout, and that just ended up failing. So, excuse me, at 520, we'll be watching the support very carefully. We have to hold 520. If we lose 520, SPY is going to dump all the way down to 518 and eventually 515.8. I'll be watching those supports very carefully, but 518 will come for sure if we lose 520. We're trying to hold it right now. We're looking kind of weak. We're, just kind of stuck in this area. If we do hold 520 and try to rebound, we could be making a move back up towards the top of this wedge, towards 523. But it depends if we could hold 520. We're just barely holding it right now. So just be very, very careful. I'll be watching that very carefully. For Tesla's not looking that great. We had a little issue, so I'm going to actually pull up the 4-hour time and kind of show you guys this. Tesla was trying to break out again. It was trying to break out just like SPY and the others, but instead we ended up coming just short of getting that big move to the upside. So now Tesla has this head and shoulders like structure. If the market continues to slide, Tesla could end up testing 173. If we lose this, we're going to be coming all the way down to fill this gap. So I'd be very careful with Tesla. To be bullish, you want to see try to break and hold 180. We came just short of doing so, and unfortunately, unfortunately, we are looking kind of weak. So I want to be very careful with this. If this does play out, then we're going to be looking for a move next week all the way down to the 168 area. If we lose 173, if we hold 180 and close above, yes, we could rebound, but the market is still showing some weakness, sadly, and we didn't really get that move. For the QQQ, we tried to rebound, but then we got a big rejection, and now we're actually right here around this 446 gap fill area. If we lose this, we're going to be dipping down here towards 441. I'm going to be watching 441 if we end up losing not just 446, but also 444. There's 444, 446 as our two support levels. And if we lose that, we're going to come all the way down to 441. So just be careful. The QQQ is looking kind of weak as well. Part of why it's turning weak is because Nvidia has been dipping back down. So Nvidia dumped. We bounced off our EMA, went all the way up to about 1140. Then now we're coming back down. We have a gap to fill down here on Nvidia. If we lose 1093, we could come down to fill the gap, which could drag the QQQ down lower. But we're at gap support at 446 on the QQQ. So we'll see how well it holds up. I am seeing some weakness on Nvidia. We'll see if we lose the 20 EMA. If we lose this could cause another dip. So just be very careful. For other tickers such as Aapl has a very, very nice looking structure. It's just kind of shuffling. We have 192 to 192.5 as resistance, and we're just kind of trading sideways with support at 190.7. Stocks like NEO are actually holding up very well. I can't wait to see what happens next week, as we might get a bounce on it still because of bullish data. But for others like Bitcoin pumped, going all the way up to about 69,000 only to get a rejection and come back down. So now we're going to be looking at support at 67,000 flat. If we lose that, I'll be looking at our 66,314 area at our 200 EMA. Looking at SPY, we're showing some life. We're trying to hold above 520. Let's hope it holds up. We will see how well it holds here. We're at support. But like I said before, you want to be very, very careful with the way we're moving. If we lose 520, once again, 518 is coming. If we hold this, then yes, we could try to rebound. So far, it's holding. We'll see how well it holds up. For a few more tickers like Palantir, kind of rejecting. We pushed up to our 200 EMA. Now we're kind of rejecting. We're going to be watching 21.37 as support. If we lose that, we're going to be dipping all the way down towards 21 flat. For people interested in Supermicro is looking kind of weak. For the time being, we actually lost 800. We had to hold that. We actually lost key support. So watch now the 760 area. Let's see if we get a little rebound off that, a small one. And if we lose 762, we could be dipping all the way down to much lower levels, such as the 750 area. So just be careful. It's looking kind of weak. The IWM Russell 2000 was trying to bounce. We did go up to about 207, or we came very close to it. Now we kind of got a rejection. So it's still trading sideways between support at 202.9 and resistance at 204. That's where our EMAs happen to be, kind of shuffling for now. For Amazon, we're looking very weak. We lost 178. We're dipping down to 175, and we could continue to fall down here towards 174. And if that fails us, 172 is coming. Meta failed to hold 462, so tech is starting to slow down. This could continue to dip. If we do keep falling, then we have 453 as a potential target. We are looking a bit more bearish in my personal opinion. AMC and GameStop looking pretty weak. GameStop got a rejection, barely holding 22. If we keep falling, I could be seeing this getting closer to the lower 20s. And then for AMC, we're looking a little bit more bearish. We're just, we lost our 200 EMA. We could be approaching the $4 flat area. So I'm seeing some weakness in the markets, guys. As you guys can tell, the market is, it's trying to hold some key levels. SPY's also trying to rebound a bit, but just be careful and make sure you watch these levels very carefully. So let's see, can SPY hold 520? If you hold 520, we do have potential to bounce. If we lose 520, hey, we could be dipping. We're gonna likely go all the way down to 518. So let's see. Let's see how well we hold up. And then don't forget to watch resistance at 522. That's gonna be our first area. Break through that, then I'll be looking at 522.5, eventually 523 has very, very tight scalp levels. Let's see if we get a little rebound or not. I'll be very, very patient nonetheless. All right, guys. So I want to say that I'm a human. I can sometimes make mistakes. I was hoping the market would get a big rebound, and we didn't really get that so far. We attempted to do so in a fake out move, but then they used the Chicago PMI to dump things again. So I want to try to be unbiased from this point on. And I just wanted to say that I will do the best I can to improve as much as I can every single day. And we'll just be unbiased from this point on and see how things end up moving. Sometimes the market has fake outs, sometimes the market can completely trick you. Things like that could happen, and that's actually a normal part of day trading. The best thing to do is just try to be unbiased and always have stop losses, always have risk management methods in case things end up going wrong. And then when we do make mistakes like this, always remain disciplined and learn from what we did wrong. Sometimes it's bad to be a little too overconfident, and that is sometimes a mistake I could personally make, right? And all of us make mistakes. We're all human here. We're all trying to learn, so we'll just continue to grow nonetheless and just improve the way we do things. All right, so I will be back in about maybe 3 hours or so, maybe 3.5 hours. Until then, let's hope that the market holds up and make sure you watch the levels that I called out. There is weakness right now. The buyers have, they failed to hold 523, so it's a sign of weakness, and we'll just have to see how things go from here. With that being said, I thank you all for listening. Please have an absolutely great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys in just a couple of hours for the next video update that's coming out. Thanks again, guys. The market to the moon. The long term is still bright despite the short term fluctuations, and peace out.